Hello there, thank you for joining us on CoreTV News this hour. I am Nifemi Oguntoye. In demonstration of African solidarity, President Muhammadu Buhari has sent former President Olusegun Obasanjo as a special envoy to mediate and help find a solution to the crisis brewing in Guinea-Bissau. President Muhammadu Buhari is deeply concerned by the unfolding political situation in the Guinea-Bissau following the dismissal of the Prime Minister Domingo Samos Pereira and his cabinet by President Jose Mario Vaz. Chief Obasanjo embarked on the first leg of his mission by consulting with the current chairman of the ECOWAS Authority of Heads of State and Government, President Macky Sall of Senegal, in Dakar on Thursday. It's regrettable that while Chief Obasanjo was still consulting with President Sall, President Jose Mario Vaz of Guinea-Bissau proceeded to appoint and swear in a new prime minister in the person of Bassirou Jah, a development that has worsened the situation. President Muhammadu Buhari has suspended the Controller General of Nigeria's Immigration Service, David Parandang, over the visa issued to a wanted international terrorist Ahmed al-Assad. The man, who is believed to be one of the leaders of ISIS, was arrested by security officials in Lebanon on Saturday as he attempted to board a plane for Nigeria via Cairo. Director of Press in the Interior Ministry, Isiaka Yusuf, said in a statement that Parandang's suspension was for an indefinite period. Deputy Controller General of Immigration, Martin Abeshe, is to take over from Parandang. The army has confirmed that 2 soldiers died in a military operation against insurgents fleeing from Sambisa forest. Army spokesman Colonel Sani Usman said in a statement that 2 others were also critically injured and have been evacuated for treatment. He added that the army unit also lost a Mawang armored personnel carrier to buried landmines between Old Mate and Karuna Junction in Borno State. The army spokesman, however, says this has not deterred soldiers from continuing their advance, as well as taking the battle to the terrorists in their enclaves in Sambisa forest. President Muhammadu Buhari has directed the police authorities to cut down the number of policemen attached to dignitaries across the country. He also warned that he would not tolerate irregularities or extortion in the course of the proposed recruitment of police personnel. The president issued this warning during a meeting with officials of the Ministry of Police Affairs and the Police Service Commission in the Presidential Villa, Abuja. Chairman of the commission, Michael Kiro, gave State House correspondents more insight into the meeting. The police authorities have warned Nigerians to be wary of online fraudsters keen on taking advantage of the recent presidential directive on recruitment into the force. Police spokesman Emmanuel Ojukwu said in a statement that the exercise has not begun. He added that modalities for the recruitment of 10,000 personnel are being worked out with the Police Service Commission and would soon be made public. The police spokesman pointed out that the necessary information will be placed in major television and newspaper outfits, as well as on the police website when the exercise begins. Meanwhile, the Inspector General of Police, Solomon Arase, has ordered police personnel to desist from harassing any Nigerian who willingly attends to accident victims. He also wants members of the public, including medical personnel, to attend to such people and anyone with gunshot injuries before informing the police for necessary action. Police spokesman Emmanuel Ojukwu said this in a statement that the IG took the decision on the basis of constant neglect and consequent death of accident victims in many parts of the country. He added that doctors are duty-bound to treat victims of gunshot wounds as well as supply relevant facts to the police. The Ogun State Police Command has declared war against land speculators and grabbers whose activities have been on the prowl in recent times. Ogun Commissioner of Police Abdulmajid Ali at the Elewero Abeokuta Command Headquarters directed that anyone caught in the act of depriving innocent resident of property, especially lands, will be arrested and charged to court. The CP vowed to nab land grabbers, particularly in Ota, Ifo, Ofada, Mowe, Ibafo, and Ogijo, including other areas of the state. Assuring residents of adequate security, CP Ali urged members of the public to send text messages directly to him via his mobile phone 080-5588-5588 when faced with any challenge. He therefore called for residents to go about their lawful businesses, as all structures have been put in place to checkmate all illegalities. The Enugu State Governorship Election Petitions Tribunal on Friday upheld the election of Governor Ifeanyi Ogwuanyi in the April 11, 2015 governorship election. The tribunal dismissed the petition filed by the governorship candidate of the All Progressives Congress in the state, Oke Ezah, on the grounds that it lacked merit and was an abuse of court process. In her judgment, the chairman of the tribunal, Justice Kwajafa Hildad, held that several paragraphs in Ezah's petition were earlier struck out for being imprecise and vague. He added that the petitioner's allegations of overvoting and non-accreditation through the manipulation of card reader machine by the Independent National Electoral Commission and other respondents were not sufficiently proved, as it was only the voters' register that could determine the number of people that voted in an election. He maintained that the petitioner failed to provide the voter registers to prove his case. Our former Speaker of Ekiti State House of Assembly, Femi Bamishile, says he will defeat Governor Ayodele Fayose in the 2018 governorship election without the influence of the All Progressives Congress Federal Might. Bamishile, who declared interest in the governorship seat, said the party would embark on serious and widespread mobilization to woo the electorate. He spoke on Friday during a courtesy call on the State Working Committee by his campaign team. Bamishile stated that he had started monthly distribution of free petrol to commercial motorcyclists operating in the state, adding that other critical voting population would enjoy similar gestures soon. The state APC chairman, Chief Jide Awe, represented by his deputy Kemi Olajide, and the leader of the party, Chief George Ojo, praised Bamishile for coming out at a critical time to give the party a strong voice. Awe urged him to shun violence or campaign of calumny in his aspiration. This is said as highly expedient to his political success and sustainable peace in the state. He assured him that all the aspirants will be given a level playing ground and won't impose anyone. The Department of Petroleum Resources, Plateau State, says that over 55 illegal filling stations are operating in the state. The state operation controller, Malam Idris Abubakar, stated this after picketing some of the illegal filling stations. Abubakar attributed existence of the illegal gas stations on the activities of law enforcement agents and government officials of the state government.
The move by the Plateau State branch of the DPR led to the discovery of over 50 illegal filling stations in the state metropolis. After picketing some of the legal and nameless filling stations, the operations controller of the state DPR, Idris Abubakar, and head of retailing, Yakubu Shehu, laments the inability of the state government to rise against the legitimate operation of the unapproved filling stations in the state.
We have come now, we have confirmed their claim that they have reverted to sell the product at government price is false. Because if you can see now, they gave 8 liters as 10 liters. Despite the fact that they are displaying 87 naira. But based on our measurement, they are still selling at about 100 naira per liter.
So what's going to happen to them?
No, the sanction will still remain.
Which is?
We will impose a sanction of about a month to serve as a deterrent to others.
The main purpose of this exercise is to get products readily available to the public at approved pump price. There is no gainsaying if you, for example, sell a station and there is product down there that you will not now go back. Make sure the product gets to the public at the approved pump price. Then, if that product is exhausted and we still feel the station should remain sealed, we know that at least there is no product going to the public. But we won't sell a station and keep products on the ground. It doesn't really speak well of the system.
With allegations ranging from selling petrol above the official rate of 87 naira, selling to black marketers against most filling stations, Abubakar says the move is not to put anybody out of business, but to enforce existing law guiding the operation of filling stations.
This station, actually, as I told you, we have compiled the list and sent it to JMD because we have met with them some years back and they asked us for the list. We have compiled the list and give them. So we thank God now with the new government in place, we are still calling on the government to see what they can do. With those lists, they should help us to dismantle all these stations because we have not licensed them. As you can see, all the stations licensed by DPR, you will see their name displayed on the canopy. And you see how this station is. It's not even safe for operations.
The number of illegal stations as at 2003, when we went, sorry, as at 2013, when we went out and did our census survey, was 55, but that is 2013. By now, that number will have gone somehow higher than this.
The enforcement body, however, assured Nigerians of its resolve to flush out bad eggs sabotaging the growth of the oil and gas sector.
We'll take a break now, and I'll be back with more stories. Don't go away.
Is it crazy or autocracy? Or what type of crazy is that? Except crazy.
News making the headlines.
Black Maria is to carry criminals, trading looters that are in government today.
Sometimes it gets confrontational.
Slap you in the face. Excuse me, don't put words into my mouth.
Whatever it is that will bring our military to disrepute, I said to hell.
On Core Digest,
I want to know why I should be believing them.
every weekday, we bring all of these together and take them to the court of public opinion.
Everybody has a right in Nigeria,
where you are the judge. Thanks for joining us again. You can get all of our top stories on any of our social media platforms. On Facebook, it's facebook.com/CoreTV News. Our Twitter handle is at CoreTV News IG. You can also reach us via YouTube. It's youtube.com/CoreTV, the space and news. Nakede, one of the host communities to Federal University of Technology and Federal Polytechnic, might soon be cut off from neighboring communities and the entire country, following the gully erosion that has almost cut out the only route into the community. Imo State correspondent Ajibade Awofesa visited the community and found in this report.
Residents of Nekede, a community within Owerri, which plays host to two higher institutions, a Federal Polytechnic and Federal University of Technology, FUTO, have called on the state government to come to their aid and prevent them from being cut off from other parts of the city. The road linking the community to Owerri, the capital of Imo State, has been cut almost totally, with youth now making quick money from motorists while pedestrians trek through for fear of accident. Traditional ruler of the area and all the local complaints that all effort to attract the attention of the state government to do something about the road have not yielded any result.
Been a long-term problem with us in this place because that issue has been very much reported to the state government, which we believe by now that they should have done some certain things in that place. But now, all to no avail, nothing has been done. And it has gone into a stage where rain has met it, and then I don't believe there's anything can be done now until the rain is over.
We are praying, let government come and help us. We are suffering too much. Before we are managing it, now it's spoiled.
As you can see, the road is in a deplorable condition. And we have been appealing to the government for a long time to come to our aid. But up to this moment, we have not seen any help from them.
The State Ministry of Work has, however, created the diversion to serve as an alternative route and to also pave way for the reconstruction of the road.
Worshippers and tourists from all parts of the world converged on Oshogbo, Osun State to celebrate the annual Osun-Oshogbo Festival. This year's edition, however, witnessed a low attendance. Rashid has details in this report.
The Osun-Oshogbo Festival has no doubt attained international standard, and thanks to Susan Wenger, also known as Adoni Olorisha, whose 100th posthumous birthday coincided with this year's edition.
The work she has done down is what we are eating today. So that is why this year festival is very, very important.
The crowd at the festival this year is relatively low compared to past years. But for ardent worshippers who cannot but make annual requested sacrifices to the Osun goddess, the festival is a must for them.
No matter the situation, you must pick a day to recognize how you are being created by Almighty God. We have an history, we have a background which we have to protect. If we don't continue with this kind of festival, how do you expect the incoming generation to know where we are coming from? If you don't know where you are coming from, you will not know where you are going. And all over the world, people don't toy away with their culture.
Is to give acknowledge to Osun and to fulfill the promise that our ancestors made with Osun when Osun gave protection to the city of Osogbo, and for her to give blessing of children for those who want to have the children.
The arrival of the votary maid into the Osun Grove marks the climax of the celebration and a time to make requests to the river goddess.
The 2015 Osun Osogbo Festival is of a practical significance because it marks the 100th posthumous birthday of Susan Benga, popularly known as Lorisha. And as some people see Osun Osogbo Festival as a religious feat, some see it as a tourist attraction which brings people all over the world. But whichever way it goes, it is no doubt that the Osun Osogbo Festival has come to stay as an integral part of the cultural history of Nigeria. Rashid, CoreTV News, Osogbo.
The West African Examination Council says it's not considering the adoption of a computer-based mode test of examinations. Head of Nigerian National Office of the body, Charles Eguridu, made the clarification at an interactive session with journalists in Abuja. Eguridu says it would amount to what he called intellectual dishonesty for him to say that the council would introduce CBT in the next 5 years or in the near future. Eguridu stressed that the purpose of education is to prepare people for life, not to pass examinations. Hence the need to examine different domains which CBT cannot be accommodated. He said the examinations conducted by the council took into cognizance the 3 domains that measured ability to recall, apply, and practicalize. We'll take another break and I'll be back with updates from the world of sport. Don't go away.
You can now watch CoreTV News live from anywhere in the world on our website www.coretvnews.com. Click on Live TV on our website and watch us live.
And welcome to CoreTV Primetime News.
To follow us on Twitter, click on Twitter icon on our website. On Facebook, click on the Facebook and YouTube to see all our previous news production. You can also watch us live on YouTube. Click CoreTV, leave a space, then news. CoreTV News, a 24-hour news station.
Barcelona will on Sunday start the defense of the La Liga title at Athletic Bilbao, the team who thrashed them 5-1 on aggregate in the Spanish Super Cup. Luis Enrique's squad appears weaker than last season's treble-winning selection, with Pedro and Xavi leaving. Summer signees Arda Turan and Alex Vidal cannot play until January because of a transfer ban. Real Madrid began the season under new boss Rafa Benitez with a match away to newly promoted Sporting Gijon. They sacked Carlo Ancelotti after finishing 2 points behind Barca and exiting in the Champions League semi-final. Benitez's major outfield signings have been right back Danilo from Porto and midfielder Mateo Kovacic from Inter Milan. Britain's Andy Murray fought back to beat Frenchman Richard Gasquet and set up a semi-final against Roger Federer at the Cincinnati Masters. The fourth seed, who saved the match point against Grigor Dimitrov on Thursday, won 4-6, 6-1, 6-4 on Friday. Murray said, "I fought and gave everything I had, but thankfully it's just been enough in the last 2 days." Federer beat Feliciano Lopez 6-3, 6-4, while Novak Djokovic and Alexander Dolgopolov reached the other semi. And to other stories outside Nigeria, 3 Ugandan soldiers have been charged over the last month of killing a group of civilians in Somalia in an African Union official. Maman Sidoko, the head of the AU in Somalia, apologized to the families of the 7 people killed in the attack. The AU had previously denied that the incident took place. According to the campaign group Human Rights Watch, AU troops from Uganda began shooting at men at a wedding party after coming under fire. Witnesses said that the troops entered several houses in Mecca, 7 kilometers south of the capital Mogadishu, after a grenade attack on their convoy. Siddiqui admitted on Friday that 7 civilians had been killed. The 3 AU soldiers are now being indicted and are waiting to be arraigned according to statements. Islamic State militants have demolished the ancient Christian monastery of Ma'elian in the central Syrian town of Al-Qaritian, and the militants had also moved Christians taken captive in the town to their stronghold of Raqqa. According to a UK-based monitoring group, ISIS captured Al-Qaritian from government forces some 2 weeks ago, and separately, at least 4 people have died in an Israeli strike on a Syrian-held section of the Golan Heights, as Israel has carried out a wave of strikes in the area, which lies in southwestern Syria, after rockets fired from Syria struck its territory on Thursday. The rockets set fire to scrubland but did not cause any casualties. And that wraps it on the news this hour. Do join us again at the top of the hour for more stories. I am Nifemi Oguntoye. Thank you for watching.